Is it our best day ever? You can count on it. You can count on it. We've heard it from the Magic 8 Ball, you guys. This is it. This is our best day. And we are talking about getting through the holidays. I'm going to give you a goal. Why you're going to shoot for this thing, how you're going to do it differently than you've ever done it before, why this is your key leverage point for just like going off into the sunset. That's what we're going to talk about. But first of all, so the Deep Den is open right now, which is our member funded area with deeper support, with ongoing discussions, with challenges. We have a challenge this very 30-day period where people are trying to beat my own weight loss. And those winners, anyone who meets or beats my weight loss, they don't know what it is yet, but I know what my pounds lost are. And anyone who meets or beats that gets a car sticker. I think I even have a car sticker right here. It's somewhere right here. So a car sticker. Everyone needs to join the Deep Den to get a car sticker. All right. And so there is not even a link in this description for the Deep Den, but there will be by the time this is over with because I forgot about it. But Sander is back there right now helping people as you know, when you sign up and then you're like, I don't know where to go. You should be getting emails. But if there's any issue at all, Sander is back there ready to help you get in because we are going to end this video at the top of the hour. And that is the time our project hub starts in the Deep Den. We have daily project hubs. And in fact, on Tuesday and Thursday, we have 2 of them. And that is where we get together via Zoom. And traditionally, we start each of us bring our own little projects. And it might be putting laundry away. I mean, our standard is not very high, but there's some amazing artists in our Deep Den who sometimes have amazing projects. And so we all say what we're working on, we go work on them and come back and report. And who knows, and the project hubs also go any which way. And the one yesterday evening, we just chatted for, I don't know, over an hour. It was great. So anyway, at the top of the hour, you're going to say, did everyone just turn into a pumpkin? Well, no, we all went into the Deep Den Project Hub together. And so that was a commercial from the Deep Den, which is a member-funded area here at Eat Like a Bear. But you don't need to be in the Deep Den to completely crush the holidays because I expect every single person around here can do this very thing. So I did this back in 2017 with no community at all, no plan, and no real idea about how important it probably was. I look back on it and say, wow, I was pretty smart and didn't even know it. And so let me talk a little bit about that. And so, first of all, I was 20 pounds down from my high weight when I started this thing that we call Eat Like a Bear. Like this way of eating started October 3rd or August 31st of 2017. And so by the time Thanksgiving came around, I was down like 70 pounds total, 65, 70, something like that. And I mean, that was life changing. So I was down to 210 at Thanksgiving. And that's exactly the time and the place anyone would say like, wow, you really deserve a break. You deserve a break from this and go have a little pie because you've certainly earned it. And we can always make an excuse to eat some holiday pie. And that's exactly why the holidays are so problematic. But what I had done in that season, I was preparing. I was sure I'd be having bariatric surgery in January, which I never had. But I was in a mindset that I was proving to myself that I'd done everything I could do to lose weight so that when I went into that surgery, I would have no regrets. I would have none. And so I went in, August 31st, I started this with a fight. I mean, a real fight. And as I was fighting and down 70 pounds by Thanksgiving, I was not going to give it up because I had told myself I was doing everything I could do to prove to myself. Okay. And so I was not letting go of it. So holiday parties, family parties, like the Thanksgiving day itself, all of those things. Now I had like turkey and, I had gravy. I had some things. I probably had more calories than you'd want to have every day to actually lose weight. But in terms of like the pie, or there was, we were at a friend's house who they made their own craft beer. I didn't have any beer. And so I was really pretty strict. And that, I mean, our culture tells us, gosh, how sad and pathetic that is. It is not sad and pathetic that I did what I did that fall and made such progress because so I stayed focused. I stayed focused and I didn't, wallow in like, oh no, I can't have the pie. I'm like, I'm on it, I'm crushing it, and I'm not letting go of it. Not letting go of it. And I didn't. So again, through the holidays, we went to my in-laws in Pennsylvania. So through the airplane ride and being at the in-laws' house and just all that, I actually lost weight at the in-laws. And then January came, and by then I'd realized I guess I'm not going to have bariatric surgery because I'm already down 90 pounds in January. And um, bariatric surgery only promised 100. And so there I am, 10 pounds from that weight. And it was January 7th, I believe, when my dad, we realized he had a septic staph infection and he ended up hospitalized. He's a heart valve patient, a transplant patient, and septic, any kind of sepsis is like game over. Game over because it attaches to the valve and all that. In any case, we were sure that's it for Dwayne Rose. Dwayne Rose, he's had like a life of, 9 lives like a cat, but this is surely the ninth. And it was bad. It was really, really bad. And you know what I did in that time? I stayed focused because let's think about this. I'd gotten through the parties, the flights, the in laws, all of it. And so when I hit that hospital, I just kept doing what I'd been doing. And I knew I'd already gotten through other difficult times. Now, this was the most difficult at that point, and I got through that too, and I stayed focused. And so that was January of 2018. It was 2 years ago, this coming Saturday, when I evacuated from this very house because the Windy Fire was caused an area evacuation here, and it would proceed in the next month or really in the next week. The thing was just a giant devil fire and came just, miles per hour through here and burned up most of our whole lifestyle here. Just terrible. It was devastating. And but let's reflect. I'd been through, holiday parties, the Thanksgiving pie and the craft beer and the in-laws and the flights and my dad's sepsis. Dad lived, by the way. Dad lived and dad could walk again. That's a whole other story. We should get into that sometime. But I got through that. Okay. And all of that was evidence that I had for myself that when times are hard, I can get through it. And so I faced what was the biggest challenge in 2 years ago with that evacuation. And then the months after, in realizing the fire's impact as we were able to get in and see the higher elevations here. And it was really devastating. But I got through it. I got through it. And it all builds on each other. And so as we face these holidays, and I mean, this is the number one issue in the community. And we all know why. I mean, there are temptations every single second, all over the place, all over the place. But as there are in all of life, all year long, all of that, what I'd like you all to do, especially if you struggle a lot with holidays, I'm going to tell you to go strict. I'm going to tell you to go strict because, see, what I can now do is go to the event and I feel like I have a choice. Do I can go super strict. I know I can. I've done it before. That's just not even a question. Should I choose to do something else? I can do that too. But see, I have a choice. We see so many comments in the community about how I can never get through the holidays without, like, going off the rails or whatever else, expressing the point that you don't feel like you have a choice. We all have a choice, but you need to show yourself that choice. And this is the holiday to show yourself. Okay. Now, the thing is, people are going to say, oh, how sad. That is so sad and so strict. And that is our larger culture speaking to us. And it is that larger cultural context that got us to our high weights. And so I say to you, it is not sad to be strict. if you are able to get out and live your best life. I mean, the donut looks awfully sad and the Christmas cookie looks really pathetically sad when you consider what it has cost each of us. And so that is my message to you. Yes, it's very strict, but it is also very much full of a vibrant life and of choice, of choice. Because again, I reach those critical moments in life now. I know I have a choice. I do. I know it. And I know it because I've shown myself. And each of us needs to show ourselves. And I know it's hard. Okay, I do. And also, a big reason why we share our stories here is because when we feel like we don't have a choice, it so often helps to see other people who've struggled through it too ahead of us who were able to do that thing. And so then that gives us like that, push to say, maybe we can do it too. Maybe I can do it too, even though I always succumb to the cookies in the office or whatever it is. And so what you're going to do is you're going to set yourself up in one of these events, like when you're feeling really strong and you're going to go to the event. I want you to go to the event with the sole purpose of collecting your evidence. That's what I want you to do. Sole purpose, your evidence is that you don't need to eat that thing at all. You don't need to eat it at all. Just go zero. And you'll see, yeah, oh wow, I have a choice. Okay. Okay. So you're proven to yourself. That is my main assignment to all of you. Now, I've saw so many comments about where y'all are from. I'm going to quickly look at the comments, and we have some amazing people backstage here to say, hey, and maybe to share when they had a choice and what they did. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, Jessica says eating poorly is a choice. It is. It always is. And it is so compelling because it's easy and it's tasty and all these things. So this is not to like rag on people who are eating bad. I get it. All of us get it because it is very often feels like the easiest and obvious choice, which is also why, so any of you who have, especially the Skillets book of mine, if you haven't and you've only looked at the recipes, look at the chapters in the beginning because it really highlights this point about what we need to do needs to be easy so that when things are hard, we've got that easy choice right in our pockets. Right in our pockets. Hey, Anne. Anne is here. And yeah, Ellen is saying, yes, I can eat anything I want to eat. I choose not to. And that is exactly where I am. I see, so as a real, the main example in my life is I used to drink a lot of alcohol. I mean, I hate to admit how much I drank. Oh, and it was delicious. I crafted the very best cocktails you've ever even tasted. It's the truth. And I'll never be known for that because I can't share them with you now because those drinks cost me so much. They cost me, I mean, I don't know how many, 75 pounds easily. And so, yeah, I can drink now, I suppose, but what's the cost? And is it worth it? Those are all, they're really good. So for me to say that, I mean, the cost is very high, very, very, very high. And Brenda, in the holidays, yes, fellowship, not food. Yes, the holidays are about fellowship, as are vacations, family vacations and travel. Look, I'm all sunny, so I'm in the sun spot. Hopefully the sun will move away. Okay. And oh, Northeast Michigan. Hey, I used to live outside of Detroit, so in Farmington. It's so cool. Northeast Michigan. Did you see the Northern Lights? I heard a lot of chatter about the Northern Lights like 2 nights ago. Cool. Um, let's see. There's so much in my story and I yap about it all the time. So, well, thank you. Thank you. So, yeah, you guys. So, so my 2017, I was just inside my own head 100%. I didn't follow any gurus or anything. I thought everything was stupid, which it kind of is. But what I did is I was taking all the things I learned, from all the diets I'd done, and I put them together. But my battle was against myself. And so I wasn't trying to prove that somebody else's framework worked. Who the heck cares? That wasn't my purpose. Which is also why I say, like, take what I ate and then craft it and work it out, make it work for yourself. Because that's really what I did in 2017 is finding the right thing for myself. Amazing. Really. Okay. Let's see. Um, hey, Lana's in Wisconsin and Connie in Missouri. Awesome. Hey, Kimberly and Marcia and Allison and Jennifer and Celine is in Maine. Awesome. And Rebecca. Oh, Rosemary on the New Jersey shore. Awesome. Let's see. Colorado. Leanne is in Colorado. I have not gotten out this season, and I feel like the rest of my life, I should not have summers go by without getting into the mountain states. And I'm going to say that out loud right now. I didn't get to the mountain states this summer. That can't happen again. I'm not living right, is what I'm saying. Okay. Hey, Emily in Austin. Oh, Austin, how awesome. And Linda's in Florida. Faith in Nevada. So, and Faith is saying excitement in the air. So let me just say, because Faith, I can't even believe it. I realized Faith has lost, I don't know, a giant pile of pounds in the 30 days. Now, Faith, Kimberly beat you, my sister Kimberly. So she lost 15. She's in my weight class. Now, so she had, and you probably had some fluid retention or whatever, but not 15 pounds. She did not have 15 pounds of fluid retention. She's just on fire. And I don't know what this was. This 30 days ignited so many people. I know it was partly because I was in there actively losing weight and the car sticker. How many pounds did we lose over a car sticker, you guys? And so people who are not in the deep den, what you doing? Because we need you in there. And there are more car stickers. Actually, in the next 30 days, we don't have a prize yet, except what we're going to do is I'm still losing weight. Okay. So there will be something also like if you meet or beat probably my weight loss, but there's going to be two of us, me and Wrangler Bear in the first 30 days. And more than likely, Wrangler Bear will lose more weight than I will. Okay. So anyone who meets or beats my weight loss, if I'm the lowest one of the two of us, gets a prize. And anyone who beats Wrangler Bear gets an extra special prize. So anyway, it's a little dynamic and no one's going to know through the 30 days what what mine or what Wrangler Bear's weight loss is to date. So it's going to be all moving targets. Which I love. I love because when we don't know exactly what we're shooting for, we sometimes overshoot. And that's exactly what we want. And it's just more mystery and excitement. That's like our oxygen. Okay. All right. Allison in Canada. Absolutely. And and Faith. Yeah, Faith. So talking about in the mountain states, but also the Eastern Sierra, which Faith is like adjacent to the Eastern Sierra. I can just imagine it. It is beautiful there. So, and Teresa's in California, Highland, California. Oh, hey, Susan's in Philly. Hey, so that's where my in-laws are in Yardley, which is a suburb of Philly. So cool, 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 cool. And Jessica, all right, Jessica is from Indiana. That is awesome. And okay, Deborah in Oregon. Hey, hey, hey. All right, that is awesome, you guys. I'm just looking. Rosemary. Okay, now here's what we're going to do. I'm going to bring on because I've got people back here. I got a sunshine bear. I've got Anasul bear number 2. And I've got a Southern Cal bear right here. So I'm going to bring them on stage because here's what we got. Yeah, Anna's like brushing her hair, checking her hair out. Okay, but you know what? Maybe you guys should mute, and let's just do it that way. But did you guys see this? Rosemary just finished my first week down 13.4 pounds. That is amazing. That is amazing. That congratulations, Rosemary. And okay, so everybody out there saying, why did I only lose a half a pound? Okay, so first of all, anytime you first start, you're going to have more because of fluids. And that's good. I mean, isn't it great to not be carrying around the extra fluids? Yeah. Okay. So then it's going to kind of depend on your weight class and how strict you are. And so I started at, my high weight was 280. And then but when I really started this part of it, I was 260. And from 260 to, I'm going to say 220-ish, somewhere in there, I actually lost about a half a pound a day. And that was eating pretty much exactly the meal type, not pretty much, exactly the meal type that I outline in The Ridiculously Big Salad, The Ridiculously Big Skillet. And so I was in a calorie deficit, and enough of one that drove a half a pound a day, which I found extraordinary. It was really fairly consistent. There's always the little fluctuations or whatever, but when you step back and you look at like a 3-month or whatever, half a pound a day, a flippin' half a pound a day. But then when I got down to that 220, 210, somewhere in there, and for the next, I don't know, 30, 20, 30 pounds, it slowed to about a third of a pound a day. And eating the same thing. Okay. And this is where people say, oh no, my metabolism is slowing. Well, no, the issue is that you're carrying less body fat. And if you're carrying around a bunch of body fat, by the way, that takes more calories. It's like if you're carrying around exercise weights or, sacks of flour, you're going to burn more calories. So when you weigh 300, you're burning more calories every day than you will when you weigh 200 pounds. And so your rate, if you're eating the same thing all along the way, which I did, by the way, your rate of loss will slow down because that calorie deficit closes in because you don't have the same calorie needs because you're not flipping carrying all those pounds around. That's good. That's actually good. And so lean into the good part of that rather than, I know we all crave to continue to lose a half a pound a day. And then in my last 20 pounds, 20 to 30 pounds, so from about 170 to 140, my rate slowed to about a pound a week, or maybe even a little bit less than a pound a week. And so depending on where anybody is, keep that in mind. And this is why never compare yourself to other people in the group, because other things that slow you down are going to be things like the medications and certain health conditions. And so ultimately it's you against you, and you can crush it. And you're working on crushing it against yourself yesterday is what you're doing. But Rosemary, that is amazing. Congratulations. Congratulations. All right. Oh, hey. Rogers, Arkansas. Wait. How long will the den be open to join? Until the first couple days of October. But I'm trying to think of where Rogers is. Tell us where Rogers is. You're central, aren't you? Arkansas. But anyway, we're going to be talking in other videos and we're really stepping up some planning. We're all descending on Arkansas in April for the total solar eclipse. Is Rogers in the band of totality? We need to know. Okay. So let's see. I'm just scrolling up and looking at comments, and like all these ladies are on mute. So like that they can't talk. You're going, why are they all so quiet? They're on mute. Okay. Oh, you guys talking about fall weather. And Judy asks, is she the only one from Louisiana? That is a good question. Maybe. Maybe. Okay. Oh, Ellen's going to Maine next week. Oh, you guys, that is really, really, really wonderful. And so Jennifer says, oh, fun. I do better with the competition. And so you guys, so I hope everyone watching this joins us in the Deep Dead. It has been a lot of fun. So I'm going to have you guys turn on the mic like real quick and tell us something about the 30-day challenge and all that. But then we're going to talk about the holidays too. So who's first? Okay, Anna Sewell.
I still haven't looked at all of my data to see like how much I might have lost during 30 days. But I did go to my doctor, and from when I was there last, which was only like a month or two, I lost 18 pounds, they tell me. So I don't know where that corresponds to the 30, but I am still very happy. I mainly wanted to get my blood pressure lower, and I did that too. So yeah,
Nice. Yay, Anna.
That's amazing.
yeah.
Okay. Oh, let me take shit. Okay. Virginia, how about you?
Hi. Well, I think most of you know this has been a really stressful season of life for me. And the 30-day competition basically has kept me from just going off the freaking deep end every single day. You talked a little bit about alcohol, and man, there were some times when I could have had a bottle of wine, more than once and repeatedly. And I'm still in it. I'm still in the stressfulness of all of this, and so just knowing that other people are really focused helps me to stay semi-focused. I wouldn't say I'm not, on a Sewell focused, but at least it keeps my mind in the game, and hearing other people's successes and listening to what's going on everywhere else, it does keep me a little bit more straight and narrow than I might be if I was not. So, and being in the den, even coming today, I was like, should I come today? I don't really have a big thing to say about how much I've lost or anything like that, and I feel like my story is probably one that resonates with a lot of people just because of that. Um, I think I'm I have a long ways to go yet to reach goal weight, and I've been doing this for 3.5 years, and you'd think I'd be there by now. But this has really Eat Like a Bear has changed my life in terms of like this is how I live now. And so even if it's not perfect, even if I have a day where I eat twice a day instead of once a day or whatever the case might be, um, it it really does keep me focused and on the straight and narrow, and thinking about being positive every day. That's been a huge thing for me lately, is to work on that positivity, because it's real easy to slip into the negative side of things. So I don't have really a great, wonderful woohoo story to tell you, but I'm here. But I'm here, and that
That is
is key.
that
Don't
is a
leave.
great story.
That
No,
would be my message to anyone else. Do not leave.
well, and it truly is. I think about like when my dad was in the hospital and had someone come with a camera or whatever, you wouldn't have seen me doing somersaults or whatever else, or like, oh, here I am on TikTok or something. I was just surviving. But I did it with a certain, mindset, and I got through it. So that when I came out of that, and I don't think I lost a pound in that time, even though, again, I was eating actually the same thing every day, the stuff that had been driving that like half a pound a day loss, and I didn't lose anything. And I know it was the stress and everything else.
Right.
And you can then get all disappointed about that. But the reality is, if I remember correctly, as soon as he was, kind of in the clear, because he was in the hospital for about 10 days and then he went into a rehab. And so when he shifted into that rehab and we knew he was at least going to live, I think I went home and I did maybe a 72-hour fast just to kind of decompress, and rest a little bit and kind of recenter myself. And then I went right back into what I'd been eating, and that weight loss just off I went.
Yeah.
And so when you look at that, when you look at how easy it is to just kind of go, far afield to gain who God knows how much. I mean, your peak was like a month. And with my dad, it was 10 days. And I'll tell you, I mean, that's for me, that would be easily 10 pounds.
Mhm.
And a month, we can do so much damage in a month. And then we're all demoralized. And so we're probably going to extend it and gain more and then have a hard time getting back on track. And so when you weigh that against, well, I just didn't lose weight in those 10 days or whatever it was, there's no comparison. That's
Right.
exactly what, yeah, for sure. And so, and Virginia, I'm so glad you're here. And your report is, you're right, and it's probably one of the most powerful sorts of reports that we all need. And
No.
so, yeah,
I just say don't, to anybody that's out there struggling or whatever, just don't give up. This really, this is a way of life, and I look at it that way. And so for me, would I like to be at a goal weight? Sure, that'd be great. I'll probably get there someday, but it's how I'm living now, and it's just a different way to live life. And I feel like it gives me a sense that, like you said, when you do have a day or 2 or 5 that you're eating off what you would normally eat and you gain weight or whatever it is, I know that I can come back to this, and like you said, just tighten it up, eat just those things that I know work, the meals that you make, all of that, and just do that, and I know it comes right off again. I'm already down, so I had lost weight, gained some back, and so I'm already down, probably at least 20 pounds from what I had gained back. So I look at that as a huge win. I'm heading in the right direction overall. And that's good for me. That's good enough for me.
that's great. That's
Yeah.
great. Yeah. 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 And really handling any times like this. So ideally, we're all just like staying on all the way through, because that is easier. It really is. But then,
Yeah.
like, well, if there's a slip up or whatever, just course correct. Come back. Like, so often, I think of how many times I just let it keep going because I didn't. I mean, it's just easier to ignore it and put it over there and not face it. And the problem with that is that's another pound a day, or
Right.
half a pound at least. For me, it's at least a half a pound a day.
Yeah.
Like when it's over there, I'm just like, eating whatever because I'm not paying attention. And then,
Yeah.
it's like anything else that we put off, and it just gets worse. And it's like that festering wound. And so we don't want to deal with it. And we find ourselves in that swirl. Don't get in that swirl. Don't.
Right.
Yeah. Nope.
Right.
Nope. No. And don't ever feel like you guys, you can't talk about it. This is exactly what we talk about in the deep
Right.
den.
Well,
This is
and
exactly it.
Yeah, it's exactly what I want to say about the deep den. And I hope people are really listening, that it may not be what you think it is. But I'll tell you, for a whole month, these ladies held me up and helped me get through it. I would sit outside of the hospital and get into the hub, and they just all listened to everything I said. And I can't tell you, even when I couldn't get in the hub, I still had that little Brady Bunch style picture on my shoulder of support. And it was and difficult. Sorry.
We lost you, Virginia, right?
Oh.
Right.
It's all right, Anyway.
Okay.
It's more than a diet. It's not a diet.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
We love you, Virginia, and this is about life. And I mean, that's really what this is about.
Yep.
We've used food differently, we've been treated differently, and here we're working it out together.
That's right.
Yeah, this is
That's
about
right.
life.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Okay, let's all. And we can all send good thoughts to Virginia and her husband. And Dolores, is Dolores watching? Because did you catch Dolores had her skin surgery yesterday? But she's in a lot of pain. I've heard that about the skin surgeries, is that you the pain recovery is maybe a higher level than a lot of surgeries. And so she's going to be working on getting some pain relief and getting some sleep. And so I'm really excited to hear her report. And okay. Okay. Brenda, oh, I'm sorry, Sunshine Bear.
That's okay. Everybody knows who I am. Well, I have to say something about the deep den is that I went through my own crisis, finding, well, actually, one of the bears sent me a thing for 23andMe, and I found my birth parents and my sisters I didn't know I had, and a brother I had been told they were dead. So nope, they're alive. But it was like they held my hand through it when I had my minor crisis, of who am I, what am I, where am I going? And it was amazing. I mean, they'd call me, they'd text me, they'd keep me on point, making sure that I was okay. And yeah, it's so much. It's not a diet, it's a lifestyle, it's a way of being that is like amazing. To be part of a community that knows where you're going and where you've been is life altering. I am not on a diet. I tell people I'm not on a diet. This is just the way I live now. And it's like my son told me the other day, he's like, how can you live the rest of your life without awesomeness that is sugar or food? And I'm like, well, because I can move. Where before, when I enjoyed those things, I was in so much pain. And now I am enjoying life in a way that doesn't have anything to do with food. I'm enjoying going to the zoo. I'm enjoying going to the beach. I'm enjoying playing football with the kids. All right, badly, but still playing football with the kids. And bouncing on my trampoline because I can't jump yet, but I can bounce. And it's like the food has a hard time holding up to that. You know what I mean? I just keep reminding myself. It's like somebody mentioned the other day about Pop-Tarts. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I hate Pop-Tarts. And I started craving Pop-Tarts. And then my son's girlfriend goes out and buys 6 boxes of Pop-Tarts and puts them on the shelf. And I'm like, I know what you are. And you ain't getting me. And I'm like, and I hate you anyways. So I would walk by the pantry and go, I hate you. And then I'd keep going. My son thinks I'm insane. But that's all right because I'm like, you can't tempt me. You can't tempt me because I'm walking. I'm doing things. And so the go be awesome part is what I focus on, because I have the choice. I can go back and eat those Pop-Tarts or the cakes, but really, no, because I don't like sweets. But I could go eat like a pizza, because a pizza is like, that could talk to me. Pizza, Brenda, pizza can talk to me, but my hips don't lie, and they hurt when you eat that, So yeah, I think that if everybody could focus on what we can do now compared to what we couldn't do before, it gives you a brand new mindset that has nothing to do with depravity. It has to do with, oh my God, I can walk. Oh my gosh, I can go out and play with my grandkids who will have this memory forever. I'm not the fat grandma on the couch doing crafts with the kids because she can't get up and go outside. I'm the grandma outside throwing the ball. And, that's where do you put your importance? Where do you put your importance? Like Amanda put her importance on going out with her kids and walking and hiking. And Anna, man, she's skipping and jumping. And it's like, and Virginia's out being badass on her motorcycle. So, there's just no comparison when you compare the life that you can have if you make the decision to not eat junk that's going to kill you. End of discussion.
And so to have that focus on if you can make these consistent good decisions through the holidays, so you're teaching yourself that lesson, but just think of what January would look like compared to what it's looked like in the past. And I mean, it can be, so it's only 3 months away, but 3 months can be completely transformative. And let me just highlight too what Brenda's talking about the whole um, focusing on the the big goal and the activities and the things that you get from these choices. It's like everything in self-help that we've always been told is, like the whole glass, is the glass half empty, or is it half full, or are we overly focusing on what is sort of not possible versus like what is out there and what we can go reasonably get or whatever else. And so essentially like wallowing in what we can't have or being sad about the cookie versus, wow, I'm going to change how I'm thinking about this. I'm not going to spend this holiday sad about missing the cookie. I'm going to focus my mind on the things that I am achieving because of all these daily consistent decisions. And I'll tell you what, the cookie just isn't all that attractive anymore when you really weigh it against what it has cost you. Now, that's where I am. So again, yep.
For sure. And I see it. Am I on? Yeah, I am. I see it also as changing our gaze, our focus, because if are we looking down at the ground at what we're going to trip on? Well, we need to a little, but are we only looking there? Or are we raising our gaze off beyond into the horizon? Because a lot of times with the holidays, all we're thinking about, oh, we're going to get to this day, and then we're going to get to this day, and we're not really thinking beyond. And that's kind of what it is, and that's what our big goal is too. And I just want to say, this morning I modified this, and I can put it in the frequently asked questions so that anybody who wants it can have it. But this is sees the last days of 2023. And I just want us to set our intentions to a century level awesome. So what it takes to lose 100 pounds, what it takes to lose 100 units of insulin, what it takes to get your blood pressure down, that level of awesome. And I want us to not just think to the eclipse. I want us to think beyond the eclipse too. So I'm going to put that in a spot on the Den that everybody can access.
And so the Den is at eatlikeabearden.com. And so Anna says she's going to add it to, there's an area that has common questions. And so she'll add that printable. And and that's also in the Deep Den somewhere too. And so the Deep Den, again, another word from our commercial sponsor for today, the Deep Den. Please join us, you guys. It is awesome. We have a good time. There's just such deeper support than we could ever provide out there, in the like public social media out and about and all that. So so I encourage all of you guys to join it. And we open it quarterly at this point, and then we close it so we can then just kind of focus and be focused on our as a little community going forward into the quarter. And so it'll be open again in right after Christmas as well. But anyone who wants that extra support through the holidays, but you already know what like my advice is, my main advice. And so if you like, no, I want to hide from Amanda and run around and get cookies, yeah, then you don't want to be in the Deep Den, because we're all going to be crushing it, like losing our weight in these 30-day challenges and stuff like that, which it's hard to do that if you're eating the cookies, just saying. Yeah. So, and again, I mentioned this at the beginning, but we've had a 30-day challenge. It's still open right now, and it's coming to an end. So the people who've been in the Den are in it and are earning a car sticker if they meet or beat my weight loss in these 30 days. But in October, we are having another one, and it is going to be, I think, maybe even more fun, and you'll see how that is. But it's been a lot of great energy. And and Virginia's saying that without that, who knows, that at least kept like a boundary. And I feel like even though I was supposed to be the one, like I kind of was the one, like you have to meet or beat my weight loss. Without this, I don't know how much I would have gained, because it was a very hard month for me. And I do wonder, the alternative universe where we didn't have this 30-day challenge, I'd be up a few. I'm sure of it. I'm sure. And I'd be all puffy, just from the stress. But when I'm more calorie restricted, I also tend to like things like dairy. I cut back a little bit. And so like the puffiness and all this stuff goes down. It's kind of amazing. I should do it more. So, yeah. Okay, let's see. Just checking the time. Let me scroll up and get comments because in 13 minutes is the time for our Project Hub in the Deep Den. So anyone who just joined, what you're going to want to do is make sure check your emails and all that. And if you have any question at all, you can or any problems, Sander is right now waiting for your emails. support@eatlikeabear.com. And so if there's issues with getting in, with getting access, it should all be easy and automatic, but it should be, and sometimes it's not. And so he's right there and ready to help you get in because you want to come like from here, come to our Project Hub today. And that's where it looks kind of like this, except it's all on Zoom, but it's very Brady Bunch and it's great. it's really, really great. And it's so amazing seeing people face to face and being able to have these conversations. It's just
Yeah. And
Yeah.
as we go along and we hit things or we have successes, it kind of it reminds us of some of the things that we have at our foundation. And that's what this is all about, is going deep and kind of figuring out the beginnings of some of these things and so we can overcome them. And that's what I saw happen this week. It's really cool because all of us have a lot of the same issues we're finding out.
For sure. And it's like, it's a mastermind, and how can we work through these things? Because there's always snags, there's always things, and we're always trying to make, I hope, we should all be trying to make tomorrow a little bit easier than yesterday was. And one of the ways we can do that is just like the wisdom from other people going through similar things. It's great. It's really great. Yeah. So, and I feel like we're a pretty like-minded crew, which makes it even more powerful and more beneficial. Oh, we lost Virginia. Virginia left us. So I think she was having internet problems. Yeah. Okay. Hey, Kathy and Karen, and let's see. Oh, Kimberly. Oh, from New Hampshire also. That's awesome. And Trisha, Ellen. Yeah. So Ellen, yeah, sad about the cookies. They last maybe 5 minutes and feeling good lasts forever. Exactly. But it is, it really takes really thinking through it and facing, you face that cookie and calculating it. Because what we haven't done in the past is we haven't actually calculated. We just do this and eat it, and then it's done, and we like it, and it tastes good, so we have that benefit. But taking a step back on it and really doing all the calculations and for a lot of us seeing that it got us to a pretty high weight and affected our lives and our health, and taking just a whole big step back on that it's important to do that. Everyone should be doing that and really looking at it systematically and mindfully and appreciating the cost. Weigh all the costs. The costs are not as evident for the cookie because it's also never one cookie. And so if it really were just one cookie for all of us, the cost, so what?
Well, yeah, and I'm sure some people can have the one cookie and not have inflammation and not, be in more pain and not get more hungry and not eat, and mess yourself up for weeks. But, most of us aren't that person. I am not that person. If I have the cookie, I don't know what would happen because my inflammation goes up like that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and our culture seems to be shaped by the people who can eat the one. And so all those messages about, oh, well, you can just have one or, just try to eat one or whatever.
You should be able to. Well, it doesn't matter what I should be able to because this is how I am. And if I want to have an awesome life and if I want to skip, I can't eat the cookie. I could choose to, but then I wouldn't be able to skip.
Exactly. Okay, Jennifer asks, will the next 30-day challenge start October 1st? Yeah, so I think what we'll do with each of these months in this next quarter is we'll have them end on the last day of the month. And so that is exactly 30 days for October, but I guess November and December we'll have an extra day. So we'll just, whatever it, so yeah. So it'll be the end of the month. Let's see. Oh, okay. Absolutely. very good advice here. Stay out of the sugar-free, artificially sweetened desserts. They are extra calories and you get tempted to eat several. Exactly. And the thing is, your brain says, but it's okay because they're sugar-free. And so you're going to eat an extra and then another, and then you're going to be sick. Okay. I know this all too well. Absolutely. This is one thing I struggle with, and I talk about this. Or, and by the way, anything you're eating too much of, you need to just probably just be mindful and cut back. Not many of us eat sort of too much broccoli, so that doesn't tend to be a problem. But if you did, maybe you'd want to cut back on that. Again, I'd be really curious to hear your report if you eat too much broccoli. But anything for me, dark chocolate, because I simply could eat it depending, especially like Lily's is delicious. And Lily's, it's dark chocolate, but then it has all this sweetener because it's keto or whatever. It's mostly erythritol and it has a little stevia in there or whatever. But it's sweet. It's good. Nice and creamy. Some of that, especially the I don't, y'all know what I'm talking about. The really good stuff. I could eat multiple bars. Like, what am I doing? What am I doing? And so I do have to, I draw some boundaries on all that, even though, oh, chocolate's good for you and has all the antioxidants and it's keto and whatever else. Yep. It's a lot better, by the way, than, the sugar-free, artificially sweetened stuff. A lot better than that. And again, that's why you eat more of it too, because you're saying it's better and it's healthy. And it can make me very fat. Okay, let's see. And Sue says, mindless eating of the bad foods. It's an automatic thing at times. I'm working on eating good food mindlessly, want to eat well without the battle. And yeah, and so you guys, so with me, the 1 meal a day, which is what I've been, especially in these 30 days, as I've been working on losing weight, 1 meal a day really shines for kind of a reason Sue's talking about. And that is when you're battling mindless eating, but you're just eating 1 meal and you're really able to keep that boundary, you've just cut out hours worth of mindless eating. But I do recognize it's own discipline to be able to draw that line and walk away. And I think I've got videos on this channel about this. And I know there's videos in the den, but about how to bring that meal to an end. And it's a whole strategy game. It is a whole strategy game. And just, with things like making it more filling, certain things that are in the recipe to make it filling. Like there's a recent video on YouTube about apple cider vinegar. That helps. Seltzer, having seltzer or coffee at the end of your meal, various things to help end it so you feel really satisfied enough that you just walk away. You get hungry later, you forget about it. Don't even think about it. Just don't kindle the thoughts, because if you do, you're going to be hungry and go eat all day long. So yeah. Okay, let's see. And okay, awesome. So from our Facebook watchers, we can't see your name. I think it's some kind of a security thing, because this is being broadcast into our private group, but it's coming out onto the public YouTube channel. So this is the software being mindful of not putting your name all over the place, which I think is really nice. And so, well, welcome, Facebook user. We'll be glad to see you in there. That's awesome. Let's see. Let's see. And Trisha says, yeah. Oh, hey, Georgia. Hey. And so Trisha is also talking about the cost. Like, we're getting our lives back with this. So like, what is the cost? Like, I assume Trisha's talking about like the cost of the Christmas cookies. Well, Georgia Bear, Georgia's in the car. And we're 4 minutes from the hub. So we're going to have to like hang up in 2 minutes here. But Georgia, we need a quick update.
I'm doing a lot better than I was yesterday. I'm just digging in that everything is going to be better, and ready for these last 100 days to just kick it into high gear and make a difference.
You're looking bright-eyed today, Georgia.
I think I'm flushed.
I just love that color.
I think these pills are making me a little flushed more than normal.
Yeah. Oh, you're muted, Amanda.
Okay. Well, and you've got a slow internet too today, I think, Georgia. But so we're about to go into the hub, and I want anybody. So please join us in the deep den, you guys. So yeah, there's a cost to it. It's $1 a day. I don't know if anyone has noticed. The good and the bad news is, I mean, the $1 a day doesn't buy diddly squat, which is so the cost of the deep den is relatively cheap to all the costs out there. And of course, the bad news is, God, the economy's terrible. And so anyway, this is just our way of being able to pass the hat with providing more structures of support that I can't afford it. I couldn't afford to host all this. So anyway, because yeah, it's bad out there. It's very bad out there. And let's see. And anonymous Facebook user says, "Thank you, Amanda, for sharing your success formula. If there's anyone on the fence, jump in. This works." Thank you very much. And there are resources here on the how to eat part. We have a lot of resources on how to eat and the meal framework that's driving this success, but also this deep den that we've been talking about today and that's open now. And I'm encouraging anyone to join and just to get in for that deeper level of support, for the challenges, for the sticker. You know what? I have a sticker right here. Let's see. This is the sticker. Oh no, this is the one that people got for twirling. But there's one that says eLab that is for if you met or beat my weight loss in these 30 days. And so we will have something equally awesome in the next 30 days and a contest. It's just so funny to me how many pounds we've all lost behind a car sticker. Okay. Oh, hey, Geraldine.
It's the little
real
things.
quick. It is the little things, but you know what? Geraldine found her way backstage. Here's what I want to say. I'm putting Geraldine up here. And hey, Geraldine, because I want to say that there is, so when we do these live videos on YouTube, there's always a separate link to come backstage. And so Geraldine, tell us how you doing, Geraldine.
I'm doing fine. I've been sitting at my computer for an hour trying to get on the hub and nobody was there. I made a message and so finally I kept looking at my phone, and I saw this link and I thought, well, let me try this one. And sure enough, here I am.
Well, very good. Well, so now you know. So for the live videos, it's a different tool and a different link. And this is how now I don't know if you realize, Geraldine, or if you're ready for this, but the world can see you right now.
Well, I don't have any makeup on, but we'll make it.
You're looking good.
Oh,
You're
you look
good.
great. Are you? Yeah, no kidding. And just to let people know, the project hubs though are not public. They're not recorded. It's just private. We just hang out and chat. And so,
a lot of times in our pajamas.
Yes. And I've been called out by Judy Sorver for not having brushed my hair. And so just to let you guys know, yeah.
Your hair's looking good.
So I'm just saying the standard is very, very, very low in the Project Hub. Okay, but you know what? And we're 1 minute late to the Project Hub, and probably everyone needs to run to the bathroom or whatever. And I am going on a hike because I haven't hiked in 3 days, and that sucks. So I'm going.
You got to see that.
Hey, Facebook creeper. Hey, Facebook creeper. All right. All right. Congratulations. That is amazing. That's awesome. That is awesome. Well, okay. All right, you guys. So yeah, Rosemary, no, you don't have to put on makeup. Are you kidding? Hey, Rosemary, it's even pants optional if you really want, because no one's going to know because it's Zoom and you can just sit there. Or whatever. In fact, I do believe we've seen a lot of bare shoulder from our sunshine bear right there. So I'm just saying. Yeah.
One thing I forgot and let the dog out, and I think I underwear flashed a bunch of people. Forgot I wasn't wearing drawers.
Which, do you remember when we were doing a practice for the Naked Baloney and I was in a hotel?
Yes.
And then the maid service knocked and opened the door and I was there. Anyway, Okay. Okay, you guys. Okay. Hey, everybody, join the Deep Den. That's a word from our commercial sponsor. But you know what? But crush the holidays.
Crush
So
it, yeah.
you guys, whatever the case, like you don't need the Deep Den to crush the holidays. You guys, I didn't have diddly squat in 2017. I just had like my own little cave. You can totally do it. I want everyone to just crush this. I'm excited about all the stories coming out of the holiday season of 2023. Okay, you guys, have a good one, everybody. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye. Go be awesome, everyone.